Have you ever felt like you were doing things you didn't want to, just to please someone else? Have you ever been manipulated without even realizing it? Who are the manipulators? How can you identify them before it's too late? Could you unknowingly be their victim without even realizing it? Manipulation isn't always obvious. Sometimes, the people closest to you may be controlling you in subtle ways. Today, we will expose the 7 most dangerous signs of manipulators and show you how to protect yourself. A manipulator's favorite tool. Guilt. They make you feel like you're always in the wrong, even when you've done nothing wrong. They twist situations to make you the villain, so you feel obligated to fix things, apologize, or give in to their demands. Real-life examples: a partner who says, "I only yelled because you made me mad. If you hadn't upset me, I wouldn't have reacted this way." A friend who guilt-trips you: "If you really cared about me, you'd cancel your plans and help me." They don't ask for help, they demand it. They don't accept responsibility for their actions, they blame you for their behavior. Key takeaway: healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, not guilt. If someone constantly makes you feel like you owe them, it's time to set boundaries. A manipulator's most dangerous weapon. Emotional unpredictability. One moment, they shower you with love and affection. The next, they become distant and cold. You find yourself walking on eggshells, constantly wondering what you did wrong, trying to regain their approval. Real-life examples: a romantic partner who says, "I love you more than anything," but suddenly becomes cold and ignores your messages the next day. A friend who gives you silent treatment when you don't meet their expectations, making you feel anxious and desperate to fix things. This is emotional manipulation at its finest. They create a loop where you crave their validation, keeping you trapped in an unhealthy cycle. Key takeaway: if you constantly feel like you're chasing someone's approval, you're not in a relationship, you're in a power game. A healthy connection doesn't make you feel uncertain about your worth. A manipulator's worst fear: taking responsibility for their own mistakes. When things go wrong, they never admit fault. Instead, they redirect blame, to circumstances, to others, or even to you. This pattern keeps them in control while making you feel like the problem. Real-life examples: your partner forgets your anniversary but says, "You should have reminded me earlier." A coworker messes up a project but insists, "The instructions weren't clear, it's not my fault." A toxic friend constantly breaks promises but blames you for having unrealistic expectations. These people avoid accountability at all costs. Instead of reflecting on their mistakes, they shift the burden onto others. Key takeaway: if someone never takes responsibility, they will never change. And no matter how much you try, you cannot change them either. A manipulator knows how to take, but never how to give. They see relationships as a one-way street, where your time, energy, and kindness exist solely for their benefit. They expect you to always be there, but when you need them, they suddenly disappear. Real-life examples: a friend who only texts when they need a favor but is too busy when you ask for help. A partner who constantly demands support but never shows up for you in tough times. A colleague who happily takes credit for joint work but vanishes when it's time to share responsibility. These people exploit your kindness and play on your guilt. They know you want to be a good friend, partner, or coworker, so they make you feel obligated, without ever giving back. Key takeaway: a healthy relationship is a two-way exchange. If you are the only one giving, you are not in a relationship, you are being used. Some people thrive on chaos. They don't seek peace, they seek control. You might notice that whenever things start to calm down, they stir up drama, conflict, or tension. They provoke arguments, then play the victim when confronted. They love to divide people, create misunderstandings, and shift blame. Real-life examples: a friend who always stirs up tension in the group, then acts innocent when confronted. A coworker who spreads gossip and enjoys watching colleagues turn against each other. A partner who constantly picks fights over trivial things, keeping you emotionally exhausted. These people don't want resolution. They want power over how you feel, what you think, and who you trust. The more chaotic your mind is, the more influence they have over you. Key takeaway: they don't want to solve problems, they want to control the game. Words have power, and manipulators know how to use them as weapons. They don't attack you openly. Instead, they mock you, belittle you, and disguise insults as jokes. If you react, they say, "I was just joking. Can't you take a joke? You're too sensitive. Lighten up." This isn't humor, it's a tactic to undermine your confidence and make you doubt yourself. They want you to feel small, insecure, and powerless. Real-life examples: a friend who always makes sarcastic comments about your achievements. A partner who constantly criticizes your appearance but calls it teasing. A boss who downplays your ideas in meetings, only to use them later. Key takeaway: those harmless jokes are not harmless. They are tools of control. Have you ever felt like your reality is slipping away? Like you can't trust your own memories? If so, you might be experiencing gaslighting, a form of psychological manipulation that makes you question your own perception of reality. Gaslighters twist the truth to gain power over you. When confronted, they deny things they've said or done, making you feel confused, paranoid, and dependent on them for validation. Real-life examples: you tell your partner they hurt you, and they respond, "That never happened. You're imagining things." You remember a conversation clearly, but they insist, "I never said that. You must be confused." You feel upset, and they say, "You're overreacting. You always make a big deal out of nothing." Over time, you start doubting yourself. You feel like you're losing your grip on reality. But the truth is, you're not crazy. They're making you question yourself on purpose. Key takeaway: if you constantly feel like you're misunderstanding things, you're not the problem. You might be a victim of gaslighting. How do you protect yourself from manipulators and toxic people? The answer lies in 3 key strategies, each designed to help you reclaim your power and break free from their control. 1. Set clear boundaries. Have you ever felt obligated to say yes to someone just to avoid conflict? Manipulative people prey on those who struggle to say no. They push your limits, test your patience, and guilt-trip you into submission. Example: your friend constantly asks for favors, and when you decline, they say, "Wow, I thought we were close." Your partner expects you to drop everything for them, disregarding your own needs. Solution: learn to say no without justification. Stop explaining yourself. Manipulators use your explanations to find weak spots. If someone repeatedly ignores your boundaries, walk away. 2. Do not react, observe instead. Manipulative people thrive on your emotional reactions. They provoke you to get a rise out of you, making you look irrational while they play the victim. Example: they make a passive-aggressive comment, waiting for you to explode. They push your buttons and then say, "Relax, I was just joking." Shield solution: stay calm. The less you react, the less control they have. Use silence. Sometimes, the best response is no response. Recognize their game. Once you see the pattern, they lose their power over you. 3. Invest only in people who deserve it. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Manipulators take and take but never give back. Example: a colleague always needs your help but never returns the favor. A relative only contacts you when they need money. Solution: prioritize reciprocal relationships. Healthy connections are built on mutual respect. Detach from energy drainers. If someone always leaves you feeling exhausted, reevaluate their role in your life. Surround yourself with those who uplift you. If they make you feel small, they don't belong in your circle. Key takeaway: you can't control how others treat you, but you can control how much access they have to you. This video has given you the 7 warning signs of manipulation and control. subtle tactics that toxic people use to dominate your thoughts, emotions, and decisions. Now, it's time to take action. Have you ever encountered someone like this? Which sign resonated with you the most? What will you do differently after watching this video? Final takeaway: you don't have to tolerate toxic people in your life. The moment you recognize their manipulation, you reclaim your power. If you found this video helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Like, subscribe, and share this message so more people can recognize these warning signs and protect themselves from toxic relationships.